Even for cat.
Okay, now you can sit down, somebody will capture you too. Extra points.
Hi everybody. If you are asked, do you take drugs, what would you say? Have you ever thought that under the category of drugs, coffee can also be included? We don't want to think about it because we like it, we use it every day, it smells, tastes, and helps us to survive our stressed life. Coffee is an ancient drink. Its tonic and taste properties have been known to people for a long time. Drinking coffee is firmly engraved in human history. For many people, no morning passes without a cup of coffee. Coffee is loved not only for its taste and smells, but also for its invigorating effect. It's hard to imagine how you would wake up and start your day without taking the morning dose of caffeine. According to the Raj, around 79% were found to admit that they consume caffeine. Among about 70% preferred to consume in the form of coffee. Caffeine improves performance and mood, brings the body and mind to tone, but the energy that comes from drinking a cup of coffee does not arise from nowhere, does not come from the space around you, and it's not contained in the cup itself. This sudden energy of the body under the action of caffeine draws from the internal energy reserves. Unfortunately, it is impossible to take this energy for free. If you use it, then later you will lack it. During this presentation, I'm going to cover why coffee is equated to drugs tools, how coffee causes harm to our health, and why it is desirable to minimize the use of coffee-containing beverages. First of all, remember that coffee contains caffeine, and caffeine is a drug belonging to the class of stimulants of the central nervous system, such as cocaine and aminophene. For example, they belong to the same class. The fact that some substances have acquired the status of legal drugs, like alcohol, nicotine, caffeine, and a lot of drugs that we have on our shelves, does not support the lack of narcotic properties of this drug. According to the New Scientist journal, caffeine is a stimulant of the central nervous system. Pure caffeine is a moderately powerful drug, and it's sometimes passed off as aminophene. Of course, coffee cannot be attributed to hard drugs. Caffeine addiction does not occur with such serious consequences as, for example, alcohol or cocaine. But coffee addiction is still a form of addiction and has its consequences. According to the topic, caffeine is the world's most popular drug and coffee is its most popular agent. Caffeine addiction is not the only negative effect of coffee consumption. It is also unhealthy, like most caffeine-containing drugs. The drink awakens our sleeping consciousness, relieves fatigue, gives motivation, and the burst of the energy, and yet causes harm to our health. The point is certain compounds of coffee can affect blood pressure. For example, caffeine can cause a short but dramatic increase in blood pressure. This quick rise in blood pressure to such dangerous level can increase risk for cardiovascular events. According to the research of International Journal of Cardiology, the relationship between coffee consumption and the risk of cardiovascular event was found. Coffee can increase homocysteine concentration, which is one of the risk factors for coronary heart diseases. Also, the author refers that fact link coffee to increases of anxiety and disrupted focus, especially in high dosages. Due to this lack of focus, you may find it hard to sit still and relax. The fact is that if the body becomes accustomed to maintain activity by taking stimulants, it becomes difficult for it to cope with active work without them. The same dose of the drink does not bring the avid drinking such a sharp or intense burst of energy. When compared to the unexperienced coffee consumer who has joined the drink recently, if an if he does not drink, the addictive person does not drink, he becomes ill. According to the blog Time to Organize, they recommend to pull out coffee mugs of the cupboard, pick around 10 which are being used, and donate the rest. It may seem that without coffee you cannot live and work, and if you stop drinking it, you will always nod off, and any work will be difficult. Refusal from the daily use of coffee contributes to uniform expenditure of energy throughout the day. The body itself calculates energy, so that is enough for the whole day and not just for the first half of it. Drinking coffee and using other stimulants, in my opinion, mean disrupting the natural balance of your body. All the symptoms that a coffee lover feels if it does not take a dose of these favorite drinks: drowsiness, fatigue, apathy, lack of motivation, bad mood, all this is proof that a dependence has appeared. The medical daily linked coffee dependence to an increased rate of depression in the post-coffee addicts. No one finds it surprising that the smoker becomes ill without cigarettes. Why should we surprise that the avid coffee lovers becomes ill without coffee? Caffeine addiction causes also withdrawals, and this is not surprising. When the addiction passes, withdrawals disappears. Many people forget this because they are not attribute coffee to the status of the drug and think that these symptoms will accompany them as soon as they give up caffeine, but it is not. According to Butterer, for many Americans, coffee is a guilty pleasure. They worry about caffeine, yet don't want to give it up. Once you stop drinking coffee, however, after a while you will be fine without it and stop feeling sleepy and apathetic in the morning. Caffeine puts your body in a state of stress by stimulating the product of hormones such as the adrenaline, cortisol, and norepinephrine. Continuous stimulation can cause the bad habit to your nervous system, blood pressure. Coffee is a stimulant, but reduce the daily taken amount and use it in a special stimulation. Do not turn it in a daily habit. This is